coming in here, I feel like should I kiss the ring or refer to you, or should I be curtsying or bowing or something? I mean, do you get that a lot?
Grovel, grovel.
Dame Helen, you put my coat down over a puddle or something.
You have to go out backwards. That's all I ask.
Okay, yeah, and stay above your height. I'm just wondering. I mean, this character, she's quite an interesting woman. I mean, she's built her life on these kind of huge sacrifices and compromises, and I'm just wondering, is there an aspect of her to which you could really relate, or what?
Have I got some horrible, ghastly, dark secret in my past?
That's what I was
that's what you were getting at, weren't you? I do actually think a lot of us do. I mean, we all, I say we all, I certainly have done things in the past, moments of, you know, but brief fleeting moments of maybe cruelty or cruelty by omission, or especially, you know, I'm thinking about under the age of 10, actually I'm thinking of, but, you know, moments that I deeply regret, and I feel that, you know, I'm going to spend my whole life trying to expiate them, if that's the right word. But I think that more people than we know. I mean, I always think it's very interesting that some very big percentage of murders go unresolved, which means there's a very big percentage of murderers amongst us who have never been caught or had to pay for their crimes. And they are living and working amongst us, and they will go to their graves with that sort of guilty secret. So I think, you know, that's an extreme example, but I think I don't think it's such an unknown thing. I think we can all identify with it one way or another. I mean, in the case of the debt, obviously it's pretty extreme because the characters involved are taking credit for something.
There's one scene in particular where you have to engage in a fight, which is it's very physical scene, and there's something really uncomfortable about watching it as well. I don't know.
Well, there's two old people fighting each other to the death.
But there's also a man and a woman fighting. It still
yes,
seems
that's true.
Quite,
yes, that's true. Yes, I didn't think of that element.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering. I mean, we all know that you're in pretty good shape and you look after yourself, but I'm wondering, do you have to do any extra kind of training in advance of something like that?
No, I should have done, and I'm just, you know, I'm permanently lazy about stuff like that. But however, having said that, we really wanted, and we had a wonderful fight director, we really wanted it to be a realistic fight between a 60-year-old woman and an 80-year-old man. You know, so when they go down, it's hard for them. They don't just jump up again. You know, it's kind of hard to get up again. It had to, you know, we really wanted it to be realistic. So that was a help for me. I didn't have to suddenly look like this incredibly fit kind of, you know, 30-year-old. No, I didn't. But, you know, when you have a really good fight director, it's fantastic.
Jessica Chastain, who's everywhere this year, she
yes.
seems to be having this is her big moment.
Yes.
And she plays you, the younger version
Oh,
of
I
you.
don't think this is her big moment. I think she's got a lot of big moments ahead of her. Yes.
Did you spend a lot of time together, or did
no,
you
we didn't.
avoid that maybe, or?
We didn't have enough time, actually. We managed to spend an afternoon together. And it was wonderful. It was, I mean, she's much more beautiful than I was when I was her age, but there is something about her that could, you know, that could have been me, if you like. And I know, you know, John found her before she'd done any of these other movies. She did those, you know, afterwards. So he found her very early in her career. And it was, you know, it was a blessed day, I think, when she walked into his office and he realised he'd found someone. But when I met her, it wasn't so much the physical similarity, because I didn't really see that. But what I saw was me as a young actress, in the sense of her attitude. Really? This kind of earnestness and the seriousness and the sort of passion I absolutely saw, and that was really great.
Very quickly, if you could go back to meet Helen Mirren 30 years ago, what would you say to her?
I'd say stand up for yourself as much as you possibly can. Okay. Yeah.
Is that a regret?
No, it was the time. It was the era, the time. It was tough to stand up for yourself as a young girl then. It's easier now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be frog marched out.
Okay. Bye-bye.